Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are in game 3 of a 4-game set with the Pirates. Pirates have not beaten us yet this year, but boy, they have come close a few times. We just keep finding little ways out of it. Looks like we've got a day game today. I think yesterday was a night game. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't remember for sure. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Squirrels. Same starting lineup that we usually see. As mentioned, there's only one off day in April, and that's on the 15th. So coming up and not here yet means the bench guys only get 2 real games in. Gil on the mound today. Looked very good in his one outing so far. I think he actually was the player of the game, one of the few non-Terry player of the game so far this year. Chris Duffy at the plate for the Pirates, and he will look at a sinker for strike 1. And then a swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Another sinker for a called strike 3. One down, Ryan Sweeney at the plate. Gil working outside. He's gotten a strike on every pitch so far, and that's still true. Sweeney down 0-2. This one fouled away. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start off the game brings Jack Wilson to the plate. He will look at strike 1. Another called strike on a slider down in the zone. And then a pitch outside. 1-2. And a curveball bounces in. Those are the first 2 balls of the game for Gil. Comes back with the curveball, gets a swing and a miss, and that will end the top of the first. 1-2-3 to start the game. We'll go to the bottom half of the first, where Kester will lead things off for the Squirrels. Take a look at the Pirates lineup. I'm sure not seeing any changes. Gonzalez on the mound. He pitched a good game against us back in Pittsburgh, I believe. I think that was the second game. Kester with a 2-0 count to start. Puts this one in the air. Johnson takes a couple steps towards second and then makes the grab. One down. Marvin at the plate. Batting an even .300 so far. Much better than his start last year. Though he did catch fire in the playoffs, so I can't say it was a bad year for Marvin. It just took him a very long time to get on track. Marvin with a 2-1 count in this at-bat. Hits this one, a line drive right to who. Brings Chief to the plate. Chief was extremely good the first few games, and he's been scuffling lately. Has a 1-1 count to start here. That pitch is too low. I appear to have lost the lid to my drink. I guess that doesn't matter that much. Ground ball to short. Wilson takes care of that. Both sides. 3 up, 3 down. So we'll go to the second with a lot of zeros on the board. Xavier Nady to lead things off for the Pirates.
Number 22, Xavier Nady, right fielder.
First pitch from Gil is called a strike. And then a swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Throwing that curveball a lot, which by the numbers would be his best pitch, as Nady grounds out to short. I actually think the sinker might be the most effective pitch from Gil. So I think batters expect that big curveball, and then when the sinker breaks slightly the other way, they're not ready for it. Slider, this is going to be fouled away. Makes the count 0-2. Johnson grounds to third, and that will be out number 2. Who at the plate?
Second baseman.
Swing and a miss. Hits this one, a comebacker to Gill. Bit of a high hop, but nothing. Probably wasn't even really worth noting. So 9 up, 9 down. This is looking a lot like yesterday's game so far. Terry coming to the plate for the Squirrels. And Terry drove in both runs on one hit yesterday. And that thankfully was all we needed, as Shibuya was shaky but got the job done. Terry with a 2-0 count. Looks at a strike. Hits this one into right center. That's going to get behind the outfield. Terry's going to cruise on into second base. And he will stop there with a leadoff double. That'll bring Frank to the plate. Runner in scoring position with nobody out. The ground ball to third will change that. One away. Terry stays put at second. That brings Tom to the plate. And he looks at strike one. Up the middle, that'll get through. Terry will stay at third base, which is, I think, a good decision. Puts runners on the corners for Zach. One away. First pitch is called a strike. Another called strike. And this one just misses outside. Zach swings at this one. Gonzalez gets a glove on it, and it is enough. Who went right home with the ball, and he is able to cut Terry down at the plate. Boy, close play, but that's a big play for Pittsburgh. Keeps the game scoreless, brings Joey to the plate. Runners on first and second with 2 outs, and the first pitch is called a strike. Next pitch bounces in. This one called a strike again. 1-2. Joey into right field, but it stays up, and Nady makes a pretty nice play, as it turns out, to keep the game scoreless. Squirrels with a big threat, but come up empty. Jeff Blum to lead things off for the Pirates in the third.
27, Jeff Blum. Third.
Gill winds and fires in a fastball. It's put towards the middle, but Joey is able to glove it before it can get through.
66.
One down, Aviles at the plate. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch down and in. Put in the air, Joey drifts back a little and makes the grab. 2 away, Gonzalez at the plate. He has not gotten a hit this year. Don't remember if he even got close when he faced us last time. Has a 1-1 count here. That fastball, I think, sailed on Gill. Pops this one up. Tom waiting for it just down the third base line. Makes the grab, and that will end the inning. The top half anyway. So go to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless. Gill will lead things off for the Squirrels. Gill hitless so far this year. Looks at a strike. Trying to think, Graves might be the only pitcher to get a hit so far this year. Gill with the 2-1 count. That one too low, make it 3-1. Looks at a strike, full count. Don't believe Gill has swung at a pitch yet. Swings at this one, it's not going to get down, however. Who makes the grab? One away, Kester at the plate. Popped out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one. That's going to be a base hit into right field. One down, runner on first. Marvin coming to the plate. Of note here, Gonzalez has not struck out a squirrel yet. No, it gets pulled foul. I thought that was going to be a little closer off the bat. 0-2 the count. This one, will it get down? It does. Kester will... He's going to go on to third. Here comes a throw. Kester in there. He does have that first to third speed, so that puts runners on the corners with one out. Chief at the plate. I don't remember how he made an out last time, but it wasn't a strikeout. I know that. Has an 0-2 count here. Hits this one. Will it stay fair? Oh, yeah. One run in for the Squirrels. Marvin on his way to third, which he will stop there. RBI double for Chief put the Squirrels in the lead, 1-0. Line drive pretty much right down the left field line, rolled all the way to the wall. That'll bring Terry to the plate with two runners in scoring position and still only one out. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. This one is too low, slider. A good two-strike pitch. There's a called strike three. That's, the first strikeout today for Gonzalez. Frank looks at strike one. Gonzalez already wiping his brow. Very good chance he's working today on short rest, though I don't know that for certain. Frank fouls that pitch away, 0-2. And he's behind on that one. There's the second strikeout of the day. And that ends the inning. I forgot that Gill started off the inning with an out. So the Squirrels with the 1-0 lead as we go into the fourth, where Duffy will lead things off. Three strikeouts for Gill, the first time through the Pirates' order, and Duffy was one of those. Duffy this time puts the whistle into center field for a base hit. That'll bring Sweeney to the plate. He also struck out in the first inning. Takes a curveball that goes too low. Fastball into center field. That's going to be a base hit. After three perfect innings, the Pirates with a good threat here. 2 on, nobody out. Middle of the order coming up. Wilson looks at strike one. Swings and misses at a curveball. And then puts this into left field. Frank is able to make this play. Throw goes to second. Runner is back in time. So runner still on first and second. One out now for Xavier Nady. He looks at strike one. And this fastball just off the plate. Hits this one a ground ball, but it's going to go foul down the third base line. 1-2. Another foul ball. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Big strikeout for Gill. That'll bring Johnson to the plate. Threat not over yet. First pitch is called a strike. Excuse me. Johnson, line drive right to Chief at third, and the Squirrels are out of the inning. Pirates show some life, but can't play to run, so still 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth, where Tom will lead things off for Indianapolis. Tom did get a base hit in his last at-bat. Puts this one foul down the third base line. Makes it an 0-2 count. This one's going to hook foul. Not far off, but definitely foul. Swing and a miss. Strike three. One away. Zach at the plate. Zach's got a base hit into right field. 1 on, 1 out. Joey now at the plate, and he takes the ball inside. Looks like this is going to be the last batter for Gonzalez. Joey fouls that one away. This one's going to go foul as well. 1-2. This one floats high. Ground ball. Jack Wilson fields it, goes to second. There is a throw to first, but it's not particularly close. So that puts Joey on first with 2 outs. Gill coming up to pitch, and the Pirates are going to turn once again to Evan Meek. Seems to be their all-purpose guy out of the bullpen this year. Gill looks at strike one. Hits this one, a ground ball to first, and that will end the inning. Still 1-0 Squirrels as we go into the fifth, where Who will lead things off for Pittsburgh.
Number 14, Chilo Who.
First pitch from Gill is swung on and missed. Who hits this one, and it's going to get through, and guess what? Who's on first? Jeff Blum at the plate now. At pickoff throw, I think short hop first. Good play by Terry to keep that in front of him. Blum now showing bunt. And he fouls that one away. Makes it 0-2, so looks like he'll be swinging away now. Although that curveball's in the dirt. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away, runner still on first for Aviles. And first slider breaks too far inside. That sinker down and out. There's a called strike, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Ground ball, this could be a double play. Throw on to first in time. 6-4-3 double play to end the bottom of the top of the fifth inning. We go into the bottom of the fifth. Kester due up for the Squirrels, who are still clinging to a 1-0 lead. That means Evan Meek will definitely pitch at least one more inning. It'll be his spot due up when the Pirates come back up in the sixth. We'll see if they decide to pinch hit then. Kester, ground ball towards short. Wilson to first, one away. Marvin, 1 for 2 on the day. Almost hit by that pitch. I think Marvin scored the sole run of the game so far, if I remember right. Ground ball to second here. 2 away. It's up to Chief, who got a double in his last at-bat. I believe he drove in the only run of the game. Or wait, no, Kester scored that run. Marvin got stuck at third. I think. I don't remember. Have to go back and look now. In any case, Chief has a 2-2 count. And he looks at strike three over the right field, over the outside corner. Good pitch by Meek. Now it's supposed to be his spot for the Pirates in the sixth as the Pirates trail 1-0. We'll see if they opt for a pinch hitter. No, looks like they're going to let him hit. I honestly think the lack of pinch hitting has probably cost the Pirates a couple games against us. Gets a ground ball to third here, and that is the first out of the inning. That'll bring Duffy to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. He looks at strike one. Swings and misses, 0-2. Ooh, just outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss at the curveball for out number 2. Ryan Sweeney also 1 for 2 today. He will swing and miss. Swings and misses again, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Terry due to lead off for the Squirrels, still leading 1-0. First pitch to Terry is down and in. This one up and out. 2-0 the count. Neither pitch all that close. This one's called a strike. Iffy call if you ask me. This one too far inside. 3-1 the count. This one's fouled back. Full count now. Meek winds. And this one taken deep into center field. It's going to go over Duffy's head and land near the base of the wall. Terry will cruise in with a double. He's hit 2 balls hard today. Frank at the plate with a chance to add some insurance for the Squirrels. He takes a ball down and out and then hits this one right to second, who will go to first with it. Pirates get the out, but Terry advances to third. Tom at the plate now. He will look at a strike. Swings and misses. 0-2. Hits this one, is going to stay fair. That's another run for the Squirrels. An RBI single from Tom makes it 2-0. Zach at the plate now. He's 1 for 2 today. Runner still on first. This is a double play ball, I think. Sure is. 4-6-3, and that will end the 6th inning, but not before the Squirrels tack on another. Jack Wilson to lead off for the Pirates in the top of the 7th. Let's see, that was... right, yeah. We're going to keep putting Sweeney out here till he gets a hit. Unless it would have been Tom that made the last out, then we would have gone Martinez. But. All right, Wilson 0 for 2 today. This fastball just misses outside. This splitter misses inside. This pitch is right over first base. That's a base hit. Sweeney gets over there pretty quickly, but Wilson just in there in time to make it a double. I really thought we might be able to cut him down. Pirates are going to pinch run. Stephen Drew comes in. It's a +1 speed there. Brings Xavier Nady to the plate. He looks at strike 1. Puts this one towards the outfield, but Terry's able to snag it before it finds the ground. 1 away. Runner still in scoring position. Johnson at the plate. He will look at strike 1. Hits this one towards short. Joey to first with it. Runner has to stay put. Brings Who to the plate, who did get a hit in his last at bat. The Pirates are going to need a hit if they want to score this first run. 1-1 the count on Who. Another called strike makes it 1-2. And a ground ball, will it stay foul? It does. Still 1-2. This one's well foul. Terry gives a chase but can't catch up to it. Gonzalez tries again. This time gets a ground ball to second, and that will get the Squirrels out of the inning. That brings us to the 7th inning stretch. Joey to hit on the other side. Oh my goodness, come on. Alright, good enough. Alright, Joey at the plate. He hits this one right to short. Stephen Drew stays in the game and makes that play. That'll bring Sweeney to the plate. Still looking for his first hit of the year. Usually, probably our most reliable pinch hitter. Quentin's usually the power one. Hits a good charge into this, but it's going to hook foul. 0-2 the count. And a called strike 3 on a high fastball. That'll bring Kester to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Oh, and 2 count. This is a ground ball to second, and that will end the 7th inning. So we go into the 8th. Jeff Blum to lead off for the Pirates. They are still trailing 0-2. Almeida coming in to do his bridge work. You know what? We're going to try this. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we're going to put Martinez into play second, just in case he happens to get an at-bat. All right, Jeff Blum 0 for 2 today. He looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. And then hits this a weak liner to short, which Joey takes care of with ease. Aviles 0 for 2 today. Flown out and hit into a double play. Watches that curveball bounce in. And then that fastball up and out. Almeida comes back with the strike here to make it 2-1. And misses again. 3-1 the count. There's a called strike, makes it a full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. The Pirates do pinch hit for Meek here. Is this Brady Clark? That's what I thought. Brady Clark now pinch hitting. And he looks at strike 1. Looks like he's not gotten a hit this year. Quickly down 0-2. Hits this one. It goes over Hermida. Martinez makes the play at second base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Squirrels still leading 2-0. Marvin will lead things off. The Matt Capps is going to come in to pitch. Brady Clark will take over in center field for Chris Duffy. I'm sure this also means that this game is going to do the double switch incorrectly because it's something that it does somewhat regularly, so we're probably going to see Brady Clark lead off next inning as well. But, you know, we'll see. Marvin gets a base hit up the middle. That will bring Chief to the plate. Runner on first with nobody out. Chief 1 for 3 today. Hits this one into left field, and it is not out of Sweeney's range. I really didn't know. Sweeney able to catch up to it, and Marvin forced to go back to first. Terry 2 for 3 today, a couple doubles with a strikeout in the middle. Looks at a ball, and then a called strike. Another called strike, a slider on the outside corner. This will get into right field, and it will get down for a base hit. Marvin stops at second base. Puts runners on first and second for Frank. First pitch from Capps goes too low. And then Frank swings and misses. Ground ball to third. Blum to second. Throw on to first, but it's not going to be nearly in time. Leaves runners on the corners with 2 outs for Tom. First pitch is called a strike. And then this is going to get into left field. It does drop in for a hit. 1 run already in, so that makes it 3-0. Martinez does get that at bat I was worried about. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Hits this one to second, who handles that fine. So it's still a safe situation, but the Squirrels tack on another, and as I predicted, Brady Clark coming right back to the plate when he definitely should not be, as he just ended the last inning. So let's go get Shibuya. We're going to go ahead and put him into Tom's spot, and we will bring a real second baseman in. and put people, for the most part, back into their natural positions.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 13, Shibuya.
All right, so Clark gets to bat again because this game it struggles with double switches. Sometimes they do it right, sometimes they don't. He's down 0-2. And misses up and out, 1-2. Well, he gets a hit on his second try. That brings Ryan Sweeney to the plate. He's 1 for 3 so far. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and miss makes it 0-2. Popped up, Martinez waiting for it. 1 away. Steven Drew at the plate. His first at-bat today. He came in to pinch run originally. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And it hits this one foul. Still 0-2. Hits this one. This could be a double play. Frank to Joey to first. Not in time. 2 away. Runner on first. It's up to Xavier Nady to keep the game going. Runner takes off. Martinez fires it down, and that will end the ball game, taking the bat out of Xavier Nady's hands. Not a great strategy when you needed 3 runs. Your final score today, Pittsburgh Pirates 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. Take a look at some highlights. You know what? I think Chief might be today's player of the game. Break up Terry's dominance, even though Terry had 2 very authoritative doubles today. But I don't think he had any of the RBIs. Yep, Chief, your player of the game for driving in the first run of the game. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. And we've got one more with the Pirates tomorrow. We will see you then.